Hey, what's up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about every yellow slime deck in Reincarnated Slime. The first deck we're going to be talking about is our Kijin deck. We have our 4 raid targets, Benimaru, our 4 draw 1, pitch 1, Shuna. We have 3 of the Hakuryu, which is our 2k with active trigger. We have a 1 cost Shion, which is when played, you pay 1 AP, play a 3 cost or less onto your field, resting. And you have your 4 of your Searcher Shunas, 2 of your Draw 1 Benimarus. You have 4 of your Raid Benimarus. You have 4 of your Double Energy Shions, 4 of your Raid Shunas, 4 of your Soes that are considered 2 Kijins if on the front line, and also has removal protection. If your opponent wants to target it, they have to pitch a card. And then we have 4 of our color triggers, 4 of our finals, and 4 of our specials. Our top end in this deck is our 3 cost cards. We have 11 zeros, 8 ones, and 4 twos. I think this is good enough to not brick and then just play out all your strongest cards. So this is a very draw trigger deck. We have about 16 draw triggers, 4 get triggers, 7 actives, 8 raids, 4 colors, 4 specials, and 3 finals. Our power ranges are pretty weak. Our highest BP would be at 35. There is a chance to boost it by 500, but at most our max BP is going to be 35. And so now we're going to be talking about our chances to be able to play the game. We have an 85% chance on our first hand to play the game, but if we mulligan, we have a 98% chance to play the game. I like those odds, you're going to be able to play the game regardless. So now we're going to be talking about some of the key cards in the deck. Our first key card of the deck is our Benimaru, who has an impact 1, and when attacking, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line with BP equal to or less than 1000 multiplied by the number of other Kijin cards on the same line as this character and switch it to resting. So it's a pretty standard effect. You're going to want to use this to rest your opponent's bodies and be able to swing through them with your other Kijin cards. The best card to use this with is the Soe because it counts itself as 2, and so that way you'll be able to make it to 4. The next key card of the deck is our Raid Shuna, whose effect is during your turn, if on the front line, all Kijin affinity cards on your field gain 500 BP. When played, play up to 1 card with 0 or less required energy, 1 AP cost, and Kijin affinity from your hand, set to resting onto the field. For each other Kijin affinity card on your front line, add 1 of the required energy range to the character you may play with this ability. So some of the best cards to play out are your color trigger Benimaru, whose effect is when played, bounce back another card, and then the next Kijin card you play is 1 AP less. Your Shion being able to bring you out an extra body for another AP, and your Benimaru slash Shuna Searcher, just to let you keep going through your deck and finding what you need in order to win the game. The reason you want to use Benimaru color trigger over everything else first is because it allows you to be able to raid. With the Shuna, you're not allowed to raid, but the Benimaru allows you to raid for free. Overall, I think this deck is a very fun deck to play, but I do not think it has any competitive viability in our meta. Just because its max BP is 35, you need the Shuna on to stay alive on the front line in order to be able to swing with 4Ks. And there's just too much 4Ks in our meta right now. In terms of rare battle though, I believe it also does not have a chance because just this was one of the colors that didn't get a free promo in order to boost up its game. But if this is one of your favorite characters, then I believe you should make the deck and adjust the ratios as you like. This is just a beginner build. I have tested it and this is what worked for me, but what works for me will probably not work for you. So now we're going to be talking about my favorite deck of the set, just because I personally like Diablo a lot. We have our 4 raid targets and our 4 2k draw trigger Rimuru and 4 of our Shuna draw 1 pitch 1. We have 4 Diablo that searches cards. We have 4 Rimuru that draws and pitches a card. We have 4 of the Diablo double energy that gains impact if used 5k or more. We have 4 of the promo Rimuru. It's a double energy that BP boost when played and activate main. We have 4 Diablo raids, and when it's at 5k he gains impact, and when played he gains snipe. We have 4 of our Diablo activate main. Choose one of the following. If this character has 6k or more BP, switch it to active. And this character gains when attacking. If this character has 6k or more BP, draw up to 1 card until the end of the turn. We have 4 of our color trigger Rimurus that either BP boost Diablo by 2k or give, when played, again to either Diablo 4 cost raid that gives them snipe, or our 1 cost Diablo that allows us to search again. Then we have our 5 cost Rimuru raid. When attacking, draw a card, target a card with 3k or more BP, and give it a 2k boost. And we have our 4 finals and our 4 specials. So if we look at our cost range, our top end is going to be a 5 cost, but we only have 2 of those, so it's really a 4 cost deck. We have our 12 zeros, 4 ones, 4 twos. We have 12 threes, 16 fours, and 2 5 costs. And if we look at our triggers, you can see that it's a pretty balanced trigger count. We have our 12 draw triggers, 6 get triggers, 12 active triggers, 4 raids, 4 colors, 4 specials, and 4 finals. So we're going to talk about how likely you are to not brick. You have an 87% chance in your first hand to not brick. If you mulligan, you have a 98% chance to be able to play. So 2% chance of bricking. We'll take those odds. This deck is a little bit different in terms of key cards. This is the only key card it has. Everything in its deck goes around this card to support it. So this card's effect is, if this character is 5k or more BP, it gains impact 1. And when played, if this character has 7k or more BP, it gains snipe until the end of the turn. So it depends on how many times you can proc this effect off. You have your 4 cost color Rimuru, which allows you to target a Diablo on your field and activate its when played ability. So this character has the opportunity to gain snipe. You can also use its first effect to give a Diablo a 2k BP boost. And the next card we have is our 3 cost Rimuru double energy. This allows you to just over time gain more and more value the more you pitch your cards to BP boost a Diablo who can gain snipe. And the last card that works with this deck and helps it gain snipe quicker is our 5 cost Rimuru Raid, which is our 2k BP boost. And I believe I'm wrong in my original deck list. I think this should be a 4 of, while bringing down other cards in order to bring this card up, because it's that essential to the deck in order for Diablo to gain 7k to gain snipe. So this is some form of changes that I would make to the deck in order to get to 4 5 cost Rimurus, just because everything is so essential in the deck that you don't really want to lose anything too important, which is why I went down on 1 final and then an extra draw 1 pitch 1, just because you have already 8 targets. You already have more than 8 targets for each raid. Overall, I believe this deck is going to be a fun deck. This is one of the decks that can be taken to rare battle, and you might be able to get some people because they don't know the cards, but I believe it doesn't have any competitive viability in open IP format, just because it relies too much on 1 card and it needs too many combo pieces in order to make that card work at its fullest. But you could always get lucky. I would recommend just keep finding your ratios, find the deck that works for you, and working with that. I think this is one of the worst colors in the set, but one of the funnest. But that'll be it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.